Welcome to the 5 days of sugar freedom. And I just wanted to pop into your inbox and tell you a little bit about the program, what we're going to be doing, what we're not going to be doing, and to talk with you a little bit about the pantry clean out. So let's start off with this. Let's talk about what sugar freedom is. So it's freedom to choose clear-mindedness, a healthy weight, overall great health and longevity without losing connection, pleasure, and enjoyment in life. And remember that freedom is choice. It's the ability to either have something or not have it. And so the idea is that you want to be free to enjoy the sweets and treats when it works for you and to not have them when it doesn't. So to gain more of a sense of agency, knowing that if you want to, you can pass on the dessert buffet. You can indulge in it a little bit. You can have some. You can have an amount that works for you, or you can have none, whatever you want for that day, and whatever is in alignment with your choice about what you want for your health overall. And especially what you want to do is build awareness for what feels healthy and best for you. So if in the process of thinking about that, some fears come up about what's going to have to change in your life if you would embrace that, that's totally normal. And so I want to encourage you to keep an eye open for the belief training. It's a really juicy process. It's going to help to put those fears aside so that you can still enjoy the connection, the pleasure, and the enjoyment in life. And that it's going to be a good thing overall, and that you can, that you can really keep the things that you want, that you can discover the kind and beautiful truth about sugar, and that this course is not meant to be about perfection, but it's meant more to be about a kind exploration. You want to discover that what works for you right now might be a first step. It may not be the final destination, and so it's going to be a container for that discovery. And so the first thing is that it starts with awareness. So the World Health Organization recommends 25 grams a day of sugar or less for optimum health. And that or less, it's individual. So I know for myself, if I have 25 grams a day, if I have 25 grams every day of sugar, I'm not going to feel very good. And so for me, a lot of times I choose not to do that, just because I know that I'm not going to feel as well. And I still absolutely enjoy food. In fact, I can tell you, I've had every single one of my favorite foods taken away at some point or another. And what's great about it is that I always find a new one, because I'm a person who really gets a lot of pleasure from food. And you can too, right? So what you want to find out is, how much are you consuming now? What is that optimum threshold for you? And that's going to inform the commitment that you make. So, and it's going to inform the commitment that you make now. And then what you discover from the course is going to inform the commitment that you make going forward. So again, you can choose to come into the course based on, okay, well, I'm just going to see what 25 grams a day of sugar is. And in this, I want to say, please take out white sugar. You can enjoy other types of sugar. No added sugars in the ingredients lists of things that you're consuming, and no artificial sweeteners, right? So that's the threshold. And then the second level would be to take out all white sugars, all added sugars, and all artificial sweeteners. The third level would be to take out all sweeteners altogether, so including honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar, any of those types of things. You might also decide to take out bread. You might take out all white foods, including like all the simple carbs, all, flour, white rice, those types of things. You might also choose to take out alcohol for the 5 days. And you can also make a decision about whether you want to include or exclude sweet fruits, including dried fruit. So you could leave in the very low glycemic fruits. And I would in any case. I don't see a reason why you can't have those, why anybody couldn't have them unless they just don't agree with you for whatever reason. But, and then you can decide about that middle level things like apples and oranges, things like that. And then you can decide whether you want to take out the really sweet ones, things like pineapple and overripe bananas, that type of thing. So no matter which level you choose, though, you're going to want to go through your pantry and get rid of the things that don't serve your health long term. And this is a really important thing. Even if you've done this before, I certainly recommend doing it again. And I can tell you, I'm doing it again, because there's all kinds of things that sort of creep in and you think you're living up to your standard, but you're not, right? Or I'm not always. So here's the thing. 25 grams a day is enough to have a moderate treat portion. But if you're using up that daily allotment in hidden ways, you don't necessarily get to enjoy it. And on the flip side, if you're enjoying a moderate treat portion, but then you're getting another 25 grams or more in hidden ways, well, then you're not enjoying the good health that you know you want to have long term. And you may be experiencing all of the whatever effects you're experiencing that made you decide you want to come in and give the program a try. So by taking out all added sugar, you're going to clean up your diet overall, because 80% of packaged foods have got sugar in them. And even relatively healthy packaged foods don't often work out Ayurvedically, because most of them are too salty, or they're too spicy, or they've got the wrong kind of fats, or they just don't have the type of nutritional value that whole foods have. And I just want to make a note about family. So not everybody in your house is going to be on board at first, but don't let that stop you. So in my experience with clients, loved ones always support your well-being, and especially when they see how much better you feel, how much more available you are, and what it is that you're trying to do for yourself. They will at least be supportive. And what I've seen in my experience is that some of them will even jump in and participate with you. So let them do whatever they're going to do. And at the same time, if there are areas where they're really not on board, you want to make a clear plan for yourself. If they're enjoying something that you've decided is off limits for you for the week, then you want to have a plan for how you're going to handle that. Whether you're going to have something ready for yourself that you can enjoy as well, whether you decide to just leave the room and not participate, whatever's going to work best for you. And also ask for their support, right? So when you go to clean out your pantry, here's what you're looking for. Those quick cheats, things like cookies, cakes, pies, candies, all of those types of things. Ideally, you want to take those out and you don't want to replace them. Anything with simple carbs. And again, if you've got family, they may not be on board. So you have to work that out with your house or the people in your house. But you also have to decide what your own boundaries are and your own determination. So the other thing is, you want to take white sugar out of your pantry. You want to take that out forever, ideally. You want to take out anything that has like an ending of OSE, sucrose, glucose, those types of things. Any kind of things like modified corn syrup, any modified sugars, any syrups in the ingredients list, you want to take those things out, because again, that's added sugar, and then it's taking away from the options that you have as a treat, or it takes away from your health options, right? So, and then if you decide with things like honey and maple syrup, maybe you want to have those things available later on after the program is finished, or maybe you're still including them. It's up to you. But if you're taking them out for the time being, then put them away, put them at the back, hide them behind things, so that you don't walk into the pantry and go, oh, there's that thing reminding me that I can cheat. Ideally, you might also take out things like bread. In my case, I've got bread in the freezer, but it's actually bread that works. I'm going to share more about that in the program. Remember, the plan is not to necessarily go back to your old ways when the program is over. So ideally, in the end, you want to take out white sugar altogether. You want to take out those super, super unhealthy ones. You want to take out, and then the same thing with your fridge, right? You may notice over time that, like ketchup has got a lot of sugar in it, right? And it's not necessarily the type of sugar you want to be consuming. So good luck to you. Make sure that you continue throughout the week to be kind to yourself. And please remember to come to the belief session, the belief training and all of the live trainings. Look for those in your inbox and in the Facebook group in the coming week. And be sure to reach out with your victories and challenges. I really want to hear about all of them. And yes, enjoy the 5 days of sugar freedom. It can actually be very delicious.